From the streets of Marseille to the peak of world football, a boy who spoke little, but let the ball do the talking, a player who defined elegance, a leader who conquered Europe twice. This is not just the story of a footballer. Zinedine Zidane, known to the world simply as Zizou, is not just a football legend, he is one of the most influential and enigmatic figures the sport has ever produced. Player, captain, artist, tactician, leader, and manager. Zidane's story is one of talent forged by hardship, elegance born from struggle, and greatness defined by moments of both genius and controversy. Zinedine Zidane was born on June 23, 1972, in Marseille, France, to Algerian parents who emigrated from the Kabylie region of Algeria. He grew up in La Castellana, a tough working-class neighborhood in northern Marseille, known for poverty, crime, and limited opportunities. Zidane was the youngest of 5 children in a modest family. His father worked as a warehouse employee, and his mother stayed at home raising the children. Football was not a luxury, it was an escape. Zidane spent countless hours playing in the streets and concrete courts of La Castellana, developing the close control, balance, and creativity that would later define his style. At just 10 years old, Zidane joined US St. Henry, where his talent immediately stood out. A scout from Escan noticed him during a youth tournament, and at age 14, Zidane left home to join Training Center, a life-changing moment that marked the beginning of his professional journey. Escan 1989 to 1992. Zidane made his professional debut for Escan in 1989, at only 17 years old. His first goal earned him a car from the club president, a legendary anecdote that symbolized his early promise. At Cannes, Zidane showed flashes of brilliance, but was still raw, thin, quiet, and reserved. Yet his vision, first touch, and ability to control the tempo of a game were already exceptional. Girondins de Bordeaux 1992 to 1996. Zidane's true breakthrough came at Bordeaux, where he formed a lethal partnership with Christophe Dugarry and Bixen Lizarazu. Under coach Roland Courbis, Zidane evolved into a complete attacking midfielder. In the 1995-96 UEFA Cup, Zidane led Bordeaux to the final, eliminating giants like AC Milan along the way. His performances attracted attention from Europe's biggest clubs. By this time, Zidane was already recognized as one of the most gifted playmakers in the world. Juventus, the rise to superstardom 1996 to 2001. In 1996, Zidane joined Juventus, marking his arrival at the highest level of club football. Under Marcello Lippi, Zidane refined his tactical discipline while maintaining his creativity. With Juventus, Zidane won 2 Serie A titles, reached to UEFA Champions League finals. Became one of the most feared midfielders in Europe. His elegance, ball control, and intelligence transformed Juventus midfield. In 1998, Zidane won the Ballon d'Or, officially crowning him as the best player in the world. Real Madrid, the Galactico era 2001-2006. In 2001, Zidane joined Real Madrid for a then world record transfer fee of €77.5 million. He became the crown jewel of Florentino Perez's Galacticos project, though his league performances were sometimes inconsistent. Zidane delivered magic on the biggest stages. The iconic Champions League goal 2002 on May 15, 2002. Zidane scored one of the greatest goals in football history, a left-footed volley in the Champions League final against Bayer Leverkusen. The goal secured Real Madrid's 9th European Cup and immortalized Zidane forever. With Real Madrid, Zidane won La Liga, UEFA Champions League, Intercontinental Cup, UEFA Super Cup, Spanish Supercup. International career with Francierly Zidane made his debut for France in 1994, scoring 2 goals off the bench against the Czech Republic to save France from World Cup elimination. 1998 World Cup, a national Harith 1998 World Cup, hosted by France, turned Zidane into a national icon. In the final against Brazil, Zidane scored 2 headers, leading France to a historic 3-0 victory. France lifted their first ever World Cup, and Zidane became a symbol of unity in a multicultural nation. Euro 2000, Zidane followed up with another masterpiece at Euro 2000, where France won the tournament. Zidane was named player of the tournament, dominating matches with authority and class. 2006 World Cup, glory and tragedy. Zidane came out of retirement for the 2006 World Cup and delivered one of the greatest tournament performances ever. France lost on penalties. Zidane walked off the pitch alone, never to return. Despite the red card, He won the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player. Playing style and legacy. As a player, Zidane was not fast, not explosive, and not physically dominant, yet he controlled games like few others ever have. Key traits: unmatched first-touch vision and awareness, balance and elegance, ability to decide games in key moments, master of control under pressure. Was often described as an artist, a conductor, and a poet with the ball. He led France to the final, defeating Spain, Brazil, and Portugal. In the final against Italy, Zidane scored a bold pinnacle penalty, but his career ended in controversy when he was sent off for headbutting Marco Materazzi after verbal provocation. After retiring in 2006, Zidane stayed close to Real Madrid, working as advisor, sporting director, assistant coach, Castilla reserve team manager. In January 2016, Zidane was appointed Real Madrid head coach. Despite limited managerial experience, Real Madrid managerial dynasty what followed was unprecedented. Under Zidane, Real Madrid achieved 3 consecutive UEFA Champions League titles, 2016, 2018 to La Liga titles, 2 FIFA Club World Cups, to UEFA Super Cups, 2 Spanish Super Cups. Zidane became the first manager in history to win 3 Champions Leagues in a row. His management style was calm, player-focused, and trust-based. He excelled at man management, handling superstars like Ronaldo, Ramos, Modric, and Benzema with authority and respect. Leadership style and philosophy. Zidane is known for quiet authority, tactical flexibility, emotional intelligence, trust in experienced players, big game mentality. Unlike many managers, Zidane rarely sought the spotlight. He let his team speak for him. Personal life: Zidane is married to Veronique Fernandez, whom he met at age 17. They have 4 sons. All footballers: Enzo Zidane, Luca Zidane, Thao Zidane, Elias Zidane. Despite global fame, Zidane has remained intensely private and grounded. Legacy and influence. Zinedine Zidane is widely regarded as one of the greatest midfielders of all time, one of the greatest footballers in history, one of the most successful managers ever. He is admired not only for his trophies, but for his aura, grace, and impact on the game. Zidane's story is proof that greatness can come from anywhere, even the streets of La Castellana, and that true legends are defined not only by their triumphs, but by their humanity. Zinedine Zidane is remembered as one of the greatest players of all time, one of the most successful managers in history, a symbol of elegance, intelligence, and quiet authority. From La Castellana to football immortalities, Zidane's journey is timeless. He didn't shout, he didn't boast, he didn't chase fame. He let his football speak. Zinedine Zidane, not just a legend of the game, but a master of it.